Oakridge in 2005. And in the fall of our sophomore year, I started dating David, my husband, and Paulo started dating Christine, his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And Christine and David are brother and sister. So we are in-laws.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now we have 4 kiddos. I have 2 here, preschool and first grade.
Mm-hmm.
And Paulo has
my kindergartner and a pre-K.
Okay.
So, graduated from SMU, went to work for a mortgage company, and then while working in a mortgage company, I was also coaching here, soccer. So it was part-time for about 3.5 years, and then luckily enough, I was offered a job to work full-time here. But it took me 8 years to come back, 9 years almost.
Full-time?
To come back.
So what year are you at now?
I am 7 years.
Okay.
Wow, starting my 8th. Oh wow, yes, it's a long time.
So I'm starting my 12th year as a faculty member at Oakridge. And when I graduated as a senior from Oakridge, I attended TCU. And my freshman year, that's right, we're brainwashing him with the purple and his kids. And my freshman year at TCU, I was actually majoring in kinesiology. I wanted to be a physical therapist because I had 2 knee surgeries in high school and was really interested in that. And about halfway through my freshman year, I went back to my dad and said, okay, I have a love and passion for children and other adults and teaching people. I want to change my major to education. And at first he was a little hesitant and just concerned about what that meant financially for the future, for myself and my family one day. And then ultimately he was like, well, if that's what your passion is and what you want to do, then go for it, follow your heart. And so senior year at TCU, they offered a job fair, and you could interview with different local ISDs. And the day before, you went and signed up for who you wanted to interview with. And as I'm signing up, I see the Oakridge School. And I thought, I didn't know they were coming. They don't often hire first-year teachers, and especially first-year teachers, and then if you don't have like an advanced degree. But I thought, why not? Let's just see what happens. So I went into it with no expectation at all of like what would come of it. And I walk in and I see 3 familiar faces sitting in front of me to interview me. And it was Mrs. G, who was my early childhood center, the director of the early childhood center, but also she was my teacher. And she was also my cheerleading coach in high school.
Yes, I remember that.
And she also was fast forwarding, she was Avery Cates' early childhood center director for a while. And then it was Mr. Anderson, who was my Spanish teacher and coach. And I remember as I sat down to interview with them, I thought, okay, I'm just gonna make this a casual conversation and just see what comes of it. And at the end of the day, it was my favorite and most comfortable and best interview that I had. And I just thought, I'm just gonna play this out and see what happens. But again, no expectation. And a few months later, they offered me a position to teach 4th grade. And I thought, okay, wow, this is really happening. Let's try this. And oh my gosh, getting hired, although I was 21 when I started at Oakridge, it was my first year of teaching. Carol Scarborough was my mentor teacher, and Judy Anderson and Ashley Broadus were my 4th grade teammates, and they just took me under their wings and taught me the ropes of the faculty side. And so it was an interesting one, even though I was coming in as a brand new teacher and had a lot to learn in teaching, I also brought in the longevity of knowing Oakridge. So that was one nice thing, is that I wasn't coming into a community and trying to learn the community. I knew the community. I just needed to learn how to be a teacher. And that's where they came in. And then I just never left, and I really don't plan on it unless they decide they're tired of me. And at that point, we'll go from there.
Yes. To me, it feels so like home, because you grew up here, you had so many experiences and so many good teachers, good faculty that made me at least come back and be a part of it at all. I wouldn't have done it any other way, especially bringing my kids here, because I know that I had an amazing experience. I think I can say for Ashley too that anything that happened here when we were young, it makes us want to come back and bring our kids to have the same experience.
Yeah, it's amazing. We've loved being part of this family. I joined Oakridge when I was 4 years old, and David when he was in first grade. And so I don't really know any other life without Oakridge, and I don't really want to. I feel spoiled and blessed and lucky that I get to drop off Finley at the ECC every day, and Avery Kate at first grade, and I see faces that I've known for so many years, and I know my kids are in the best possible hands. And Paulo and I are really lucky that anytime they have a performance or a play, we have the opportunity to go join them. And Oakridge is just built on such a family and truly family environment that I would not want to be anywhere else myself, and I wouldn't want my kids to be anywhere else. Oh my gosh.
That's basically all I wear. Anywhere. It is true.
I mean,
anywhere I go, I have an O on my chest.
On my car.
Yes.
On our car. Paulo's, your windshield protector says Oakridge Owls. And, I mean, anytime we go anywhere.
Our coolers have O's.
Our Yeti cups.
Our beanbag games.
Beanbag games.
Anything.
Everything. Anytime we go to the store, if the kids see green or blue or an O or Oakridge or Owls, we have to buy it.
Yeah.
And I mean, our whole life, everything.
It's been like that for.
And plaid, you know, you just.
Well, I don't wear plaid that much, but you know, we buy it for the kids.
Yeah, the kids love it. In fact, unpacking this weekend, I found my high school plaid skirt. And so that brought back a lot of memories as well. I think, I don't know if this is a difference, but I think for me, what was, I guess, an awareness is that when I was here, I knew as a student that the teachers had the best interest at heart and that they learned me individually. But now being on both the faculty side as well as the parent side, I see how much heart and soul and time and energy these teachers pour into their students in their classrooms and getting to know them individually and what they love and what is a challenge for them and how they can grow. And it gives me chills to think about it, because it's a lot of work and appreciation that I see. And I wish I could go back to my 13-year-old self, and I feel like I was appreciative, but I wish I could go back to my teenage self and say, if only you knew.
Yeah. It is a lot different being a student and a faculty, because you, like Ashley said, you see how hard these teachers work and how much care they have for the children. I mean, we knew, but we didn't know.
We didn't realize that when we leave their classroom at the end of the day to go play sports, that they're still pouring in hours at night to plan for the next day in grade. We didn't know that over the weekend they're missing some get-togethers to plan for the coming week. We didn't know that they knew that our families were going through hard times with divorces or whatever it may have been, and that's all they were thinking about. And so to me, that's the part that I hope that we work really hard on raising our kids to appreciate everything that anyone does for them and pours into their heart. Okay, that's our life. That's our life.
Yeah.
High five. Oh, air five.